just hate his stupid ferrety face so much. Oh man, I'm like halfway between going back from night shift to day shift. I don't know if it's day or night or up is down and hamburgers, buns, and eating. No, I gotta get back on today's now. I'm working on back on today's.
On Tuesday?
Yeah. Tuesday.
Good.
Yeah, that'll be okay. It'll be alright. We'll let the man nose strip up.
Start.
No, we can't start. You're nose stripping.
Oh.
You're a nose stripper.
Mario Odyssey is for babies.
That's not.
That's why I put it on the show notes.
And for
so
adults.
I could remember right before we...
It's for everybody. Babies, men, women, children, everything in between.
That's true.
Everybody should play Super Mario Odyssey.
Everybody can.
Even Oliver.
It's for babies.
Even a baby like Oliver
your
can enjoy
mentally
Super Mario
challenged
Odyssey.
infant could probably get 100 moons in that.
Remember when I said
probably.
Fortnite was a kiddie version of PUBG? And everyone lost their mind? Now it's a good time.
Yeah.
That was a good time.
They're different! You can't say that!
Alright, who's ready? Everybody ready?
I think so.
Let's do the thing where we talk into the microphones about video games.
Have you played Monster Hunter at all?
Yeah.
You like it?
I don't think so.
Neither does Matt, and yet he was further along than I am.
20 hours.
I will, if I have nothing else I'm playing, I will never hesitate to turn that on and fucking go find mushrooms or...
Would it be fun if you played with other people?
Maybe.
You should play with us. I'd like to play with you.
Are you just doing...
I really like that game.
I've just been doing the story stuff.
Like by yourself, like one dude, or are you calling for...
No, I'm doing it by myself.
See, that's how I do it too.
That's a fine way to play, I guess.
Like I'll call for... I'll do them with you guys, but I don't want to play with strangers.
No.
You don't even have to talk to them.
I know, but then that's kind of the problem.
Yeah.
Because they're just off doing. Because whenever I join a person's game, I just beeline it to the guy and do my thing.
Start fighting.
It stack, like difficulty?
Yeah, up to a point. Yeah. Up to 2.5, I think, is where it cuts off.
2.5 people.
Well, it go 3 players is 2.5 times as difficult.
Okay.
But you don't have a palico, so you have.
So as soon as you're at 4 people, it's probably getting pretty easy, right?
Yeah, 4. I think 4 would be the easiest.
Yeah.
And then 2 because you're a player and a palico and a player and a palico, and then 3 because you're just 3 players, no palico.
I see.
If that makes sense. Hey, it's February the 19th. Talking Reckless 213. Talking Monster Hunter World. My name's Matt Eads, joined by Brandon Lynch.
Howdy, Matt.
Howdy. Oliver Aguilar.
Howdy, Matt.
Shoota. Warren Barris.
Hello.
Warden Barris.
Yeah, I'm not on not enough sleep. I'm just on the wrong amount of sleep at the wrong time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nope. I'm overslept in the wrong ways and underslept in the right ways.
It's not that you didn't sleep enough. It's that you didn't not sleep too much.
In so many ways.
On a night shift.
Yeah.
Do you so you'll work, you'll do your work, and then you'll come home.
Bed.
Yeah. Until pretty much when you have to go to work again, or do you actually have a few hours?
I got a few hours.
You give yourself
So you like to be awake before work.
When I'm doing night shift, yeah. Which is weird. Which is a really weird thing to have work be the very end of your day.
Yeah,
so
I don't like that at all.
It sucks because as you get to the end of work, you're tired and getting ready to sleep, and I mean I get crabby.
I know.
Oh yeah.
I like night shift. I really
they're
do.
Okay. They're okay. I hate the switch. The
switch
between
I
them.
never actually had to do a switch. I was
you were born night shift and you never left.
I actually did now that I mention it, and it wasn't terrible because we had a weekend. So
yeah. I got a weekend. We're just in right now.
Oh, okay, I get it. Yeah.
So I'm a little fucked up.
It's a problem.
Talking about Monster Hunter World. I played about 20 hours total. Maybe like 10 more hours this week. Hunter rank 9.
The weapon you like.
No, I still haven't found the part of that game that I like.
I was gonna say, what if there isn't a weapon that you like?
That's kind of what I'm getting towards. I don't know. you know what? I got my 20 hours in, so now I just need something else to come out. I just need something else to come out. Dragon Ball FighterZ doesn't fucking work for shit right now. So
is it down, or is what's going on with it?
It's not down. It just
you can play that Wicked Story mode.
Yeah,
you can probably skip through a lot of those optional fights on those maps.
I could.
Yeah,
I could
go back and do those. Level up your guy.
Or I could just play Monster Hunter. You know,
it's
kind of the same thing.
20 hours is all right. That's how much I got into Shadow of War.
Okay.
And then I figured I was done with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel okay about the drop of Monster Hunter.
I think I've only played like 7 hours or so of Monster Hunter World, all single player.
Okay, so we came in on that. I think I don't know where we came in. But,
yeah.
But Brando, we should play together.
All right.
Like,
well, I'll think about it. I like to.
We'll see. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Sometime.
My people will call your
you
people.
let me know, and I'll be asleep.
I'm enjoying the hell out of that game, and it's a bummer that Matt's not into it. I know Kevin is sort of into it. He's always down to play whenever I want to play.
Yeah.
And yeah, you were supposed to be the 4th, and you're just totally MIA on it. And I'm like, oh, you made him waste $80. Like, that's kind of the thing, is why I want to play with you, to get a little bit of enjoyment out of it, just so that it's not a wash.
You guys haven't, like, not even me avoiding it. You guys have never once said, "Hey, let's go hunt monsters," when I've been like, "Hey, I'm around to do that."
Yeah,
so,
I know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not a bad game. It's just I don't
might not be a good game.
It's not keeping my attention really. I like to catapult on my metal stick thing onto monsters' backs and then stab them.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah.
There's a lot of shit wrong with the game. A lot of shit wrong with the game. And
It's like
it
it
actively
actively
works against
Yeah,
you,
it's
kind
like
of
it
thing.
fucking hates you, the player.
And the word obtuse is always mentioned.
Yes.
I actually don't even know what that means.
That doesn't.
It doesn't mean good.
Now you do. Now that you've played Monster Hunter.
Yeah, there's a lot of sighing from my end over the mics when I play. Like a lot of just like. Oh, yeah, no, of course I gotta. You can't queue into the arena quest from the quest board to do all the other quests. You gotta go up through 5 menus and go to this fucking special thing, and the whole.
Fuck, I'm bleeding
like,
again.
oh
I don't know what to do.
Yeah, no, there's a part of the fight today where
I have no items to
like,
cure this.
Okay, Oliver, I need to go stand here for 15 minutes while I Google what the fuck is happening in this game. And it turns out that you just have to stand there crouched with your weapon away for 16 seconds.
That's how you heal a wound.
Yeah, obviously. What do you mean? How could you not figure that out just intuitively?
That's right.
Fucking game.
So,
why am I still bleeding? Oh, you're holding your weapon.
Yeah. No, honestly, yes. Or like, why am I still bleeding? Oh, because your weapon's away and you're not crouched.
Yeah.
So I've never played any of the Dark Souls games, but I imagine that this is exactly
No.
how I imagine it is.
Like
because you've always said like you kind of have to figure out everything in that game, and that's the good part of it.
Yeah, but
you feel so good when you figure all this stuff out.
You do, because you're like...
And then you mash your head against this one bad guy, and he's so hard. But once you figure it out, you feel so good about yourself.
It wasn't that satisfying feeling where you're like, oh, you put your weapon away. That's brilliant.
The things you bash your head against in Monster Hunter are like the menus and the systems and like where do I find these quests? I don't know. They're all fucking split apart and there's 200 million different things to do.
I know. There's nothing I can say.
And the whole second half of that
it.
game is like just fight the same monsters again. Now one of them's pink. Go fight a pink Rathalos or whatever. It's pink. Still the same goddamn monsters that you fought the first time through.
Same thing. Like I've never been into the loot grindy games, and this is like the first time I've ever sort of bought into that type of thing. But I kind of don't mind being like, okay, well, to get the gloves that go with my Pookie armor, I have to go fight another one of these fucking Pookies.
Yeah.
But how many
like,
Pookies can you fight before you're just like, well, this is super boring?
I don't know.
It tells you right on the menu how many more you can fight.
And once the game flips into high rank, like you're gonna fight more Pookies.
Yeah, but then you're getting more and more, right? Like
I get probably
numbers keep growing.
Yeah, the numbers do keep growing.
Yeah,
the numbers do keep growing.
There's that.
I think one of my problems with the game is that I've yet to run into a monster that I couldn't kill by just hacking it, like not using any of my other items, any traps, anything. And so it's like half an hour of just sitting there with my stick.
It's about how it goes.
Yeah, and then he falls down, and I go, and like you said, I was like, oh, I got one of these things. I need 4 of them to upgrade my stick. I don't want to do that 3 more times.
Guess I'm doing this again.
Yeah.
It's everything I hated about when you guys would talk about Diablo. Like, I was just like, why are you guys still playing this game?
Yeah.
But, I mean, there's enough... So I have 2 different weapons that I use, and they're different enough that I'm like, okay, well, I'm getting bored of this, so I'll use this for a while, and then it just kind of freshens it up for me. And I'm actually, there's a lot of people talking about one of them, the charge blade or the charge axe or whatever. Yeah, so I'm interested in starting another weapon. So I'm like, okay, I guess I'll fight like fucking 10 Great Jarguses again just to level that one up, or at least learn it because the Great Jargus is super easy.
Yep.
I don't know. I've never been into that sort of thing before, but this, for whatever reason, this one's kind of grabbing me. It's like the environments and like the armor.
Yeah, maybe you'll like when a good one comes along again. Maybe you'll be way into it now.
Sure.
Because you've kind of got over the hump in the worst fucking way possible. I don't know how you.
This is not the worst fucking way.
You should have bounced off this so hard.
I almost did. I remember when we first started it and we couldn't figure out how to do anything.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is kind of dumb.
It's super dumb.
And it still continues to be dumb, but like once you learn how to work around it, it's not as dumb. It's it's
still dumb. You've made peace with it.
Yeah.
You got to make Monster Hunter work for you.
Yeah, you do, which is super stupid.
Grind smarter, not harder.
Fucking Capcom do what Capcom want.
That's right.
They don't care what you think.
Grind harder, not smarter.
Is that it?
Well,
that's actually how it is. Okay.
Yeah. Warren, what you been up to? Happy belated birthday, my friend. We celebrated your 26th
Well belated at this point.
6th birthday. Oh, we celebrated it this weekend.
Yes.
Last weekend.
We did. Yes, 2 days ago. 3 days. No, 2 days ago.
Yeah, hard to. That's right.
Yeah.
That's probably right.
That was a good time.
That was a good time. We were very loud in your third story apartment. I feel bad for the people downstairs.
I mean, luckily, only 2.5 hours of it were after the proverbial 11 o'clock shush time.
Yeah.
So that's not
At
too
least
bad.
it was on a Saturday.
And yeah, it was on
I
a
think
long
the
weekend.
last time we did it, we stayed up till
Saturday.
5 and it was on a Sunday night.
Yeah.
Wrestling pay-per-view, probably.
I can't remember what that was for. It was for Christmas. It was like a Christmas get-together we did.
Where you dropped trow and had your
That's
nuts
right.
hanging out
no
of the
pants
thong.
party.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fuck yeah.
Good.
Yep.
That was a fucking great day.
Pants stayed on yesterday. I mean, Saturday.
Yeah. I went to bed relatively early. That was the second one out.
You had to work.
I had to work
as
this
well.
morning, but
Yeah.
or that morning.
Yeah, that morning.
Don't worry about it. I never do.
Just protect the business. Yeah, that was a great time.
It was. We played a little Jackbox.
Yep.
They changed that.
Some
Which
fibbage.
we must have not played the 4th one the last time because
No, we didn't.
I'd never played that before, or we played
For sure,
Quiplash.
for
Did you
sure.
clean
have.
up again?
Fibbage is different now.
It
is learning about your friends in a weird way where it's
Oh yeah,
like,
did it used to be like trivia?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
last time when we did it for the
Oh.
24-hour stream,
Yeah.
you cleaned the
I dominated
fuck up.
it, yeah.
That was like,
Right.
But I think
yeah.
it was Quiplash.
now you're like now in Fibbage you're making the questions because it's like
That was a different game we played where you kind of like put down personal stuff and you figure, does Matt like this or does he like that?
yeah, that's what we were
That
playing
was a
last
different
night.
game.
Yeah. You're right. I totally, because you guys were saying, you're like, oh, it's different. I'm like, what are you
Yeah.
talking about? This has always been.
Huh?
But
Yeah. No,
you're
Fibbage,
right.
it
That's
used to
weird.
just be these like
Random stats.
random facts that
Yeah.
it would ask. or
Cookie would
these
read them at
questions.
you. Like,
yeah.
here's a weird thing.
Because she got married to a blank.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
And you have to fill in the blank.
Yeah. Match game PM.
Pretty much.
it was a scarecrow.
Always
the
a
truth.
scarecrow. Always a scarecrow. What else we do? We played some drinking games too. A
Yep.
drinking game.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's a fun game.
Slaps.
My pecs hurt. My chest hurts from where I was slapping myself.
You don't have to slap yourself so vigorously.
No.
You can just tap yourself.
I mean, I was taking chops all night too, so there's some.
knows where it was?
These indie wrestlers were there, and also these people who came with the indie wrestlers who weren't indie wrestlers,
Holy, how many
and
people
were
were in
just
your guys'
like,
apartment?
too many people.
No
in our
shit.
apartment.
10, I think, was the final count. Maybe 11.
yeah, probably about that.
Yeah.
It
Easily
wasn't
broke.
actually. It wasn't actually like that crowded for how many people we
Oh
had
no,
there.
we got a big place.
Yeah, 10.
10? Yeah.
yeah,
Took up the whole living room. People sat on the floor.
yeah, comfortably.
Yeah.
It worked.
I
Good
mean,
little night.
you guys are all big men. Plus indie wrestlers,
Oh,
I'm sure.
thank you.
The indie wrestlers.
I'm
were
a,
some of
I'm
the
a small
smallest
man,
of
you
us.
guys.
Yeah, that's true. I'm not much bigger than you.
Well, I'm
We
a
had them all
small
shapes
man.
and sizes, though.
Yeah.
Fat guys, tall, skinny guys,
Oh yeah, we
short, skinny guys, wrestlers.
Ferret
had
faces.
everything in between.
Females.
Stupid ferret faces.
There's 2 females there.
Yeah, there were.
Yep.
Yeah.
One of the guys we had at our party reminded me a lot of Pinky from Pinky and the Brain.
Yeah. Okay.
Had a speech issue
Yeah.
that I've never heard in a real human, but I've heard in that mouse,
Yeah.
where it was like,
It's spot on.
Wow, what are we doing tomorrow?
Now that you say that, yep.
Yep.
You have any games, Warren?
Well, we played some PUBG on Sunday.
Yeah.
You and I.
Yep. That one okay.
Yeah. It's getting better and better slowly.
Yeah, I'm kind of getting... I got a kill. I got a few kills.
I don't remember the last time I got booted out of a game, which is nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true, actually.
They've cut down on that.
Yeah.
The car stuff is better, as you pointed out when we played.
I got stuck in an object in a building that didn't load in again.
Yeah.
Still working on that.
Well, I mean...
I played a solo game right after you left, and the same thing happened.
Yeah,
where I fell into a garage, and the floor hadn't loaded yet, so I was on the floor. And then the floor loaded, but I fell through the map. And then it's just like, you died from falling.
Oh, at least you died and didn't just get, like, stuck there.
Yeah, no, I just immediately dead.
Yeah.
Maybe that was their fix.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just die.
They're like, we're going to kill them so it's not so inconvenient for them.
It's rough.
It's a work in progress.
Yeah.
But it's getting there.
Have they streamlined the controls? Like, are they still cramming like everything on a keyboard into the gamepad?
It's exactly like it's been.
Right.
It's bad.
So it's just something you kind of just get used to.
Yes.
Or
Does
like
it work?
Monster Hunter, you just deal with it.
Yeah. Does it work though? Like,
yeah, if you were just playing PUBG, I bet you'd be pretty fast at it. But it's so unintuitive to every other game in the world.
oh.
I feel like there's a lot of stuff on that controller that I'm not using. Like
yeah, the leans.
I don't really lean at all.
I've just started to kind of start to use the lean a little bit.
There was when we were playing on Sunday, I had I was like stuck trying to get a silencer off a gun that I had swapped and put on the ground. It was like a 4 or 5 minute process of me trying to get my attachments from the gun I wanted onto the new gun.
But that's also not playing a lot, though. It's really not
true.
that
It's true.
involved. You just got to remember, and in the time crunch when you know there's people around, and it gets hectic. But...
Yeah, their player numbers are down. PUBG player numbers are down, and everybody is
Where they all going?
calling for the end. I don't know.
Fortnite probably.
Fortnite, honestly, yeah. Apparently, people are pretty disenchanted with that new map. They really have turned hard on it.
The new PUBG map.
Yeah, the desert map. Yeah,
No
I've
good?
never played it in my life.
I've heard that there's there's not enough cover. There's too many open spaces, so it turns into just you getting like.
Is the desert map not on the Xbox version?
Not
No.
yet. No, it's only on PC. I know. I think they're going in and like adding more cover to the map in spots and trying to tweak it that way, but. Everybody's losing it.
Exciting.
Mass exodus
It's
from
different.
PUBG.
I know people are super used to whatever the first one's called, but I mean, it's different.
It's no fun running across a field and just getting sniped from a mile away every single time.
Yeah.
Like it's super
and having no
fun.
clue where they are, and no, that does suck.
It's the part of the game that I hate the most.
Right. Like I would kill for a new map in Fortnite.
Yeah. I'm sure you'll get one. I guarantee you're gonna get one.
Maybe.
Epic is like that is their only money making franchise right now.
Yeah.
Paragon shut down.
Fortnite.
Whatever
like,
that
vanilla isn't.
Unreal Tournament, I don't think is even in development anymore. Lawbreakers, gone.
Just making words up.
Yeah, Lawbreakers might not be Epic.
Yeah.
I think it is. Yeah, anyways, what else? What else you been doing?
Nothing.
No?
I played a little bit of Friday the 13th today.
Yeah.
That is slightly better than it was. It still sucks.
Just like PUBG, it's still
feels-
a work in progress.
It feels smoother than it used to. They've changed up a couple gameplay features where, like, somebody drops the battery, it shows up on the map now, so you don't have to wonder who had the battery or somebody left with the battery, or I don't know, slight little tweaks that I noticed, but it's still.
Is that an early access?
No, I think it's full now.
Oh yeah.
How does that game sort of stay fresh? Like
they've added some new content. Like there's a new Jason, a couple new like counselors. There is 1 or 2 new maps that I didn't recognize, skins. But other than that,
that's cool.
Yeah,
the idea of that game is just like really.
It is, and if they were to expand on it and make a like I don't know if there's a second one or what that would look like.
Friday the 14th, Saturday. Saturday
Man,
the 14th.
There's 9 Friday the 13th movies. So
Jason Space is
I mean,
Jason
even
X in
like
there?
even like doing like different monsters, like a Wolfman or something, or like an alien.
But
or a Predator.
There's that other game that is kind of like that. Killer
Evolve.
Something.
Yeah, that's.
I was gonna say, whenever Warren talks about this game, it makes me wish people didn't stop playing Evolve all at the exact same time.
Evolve is super cool.
Yeah.
What's the other Killer?
It's got Michael Myers in it, and they just added like the Jigsaw guy is in there now.
Oh,
Is it a little puppet on a tricycle?
No, like the pig guy.
Oh, I
No.
see.
His
Yeah.
accomplice, not actually Jigsaw.
That would have been better.
The little puppet.
Yeah.
I forget what it's called. I don't remember now.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I
Is
know
it kind of the
exactly
same
what game
idea?
you mean.
Of that-
Similar, slightly
cool.
different.
Like they should capitalize on that. That's a cool concept for a game.
I like the idea of games that are like one versus a team.
The asymmetric
Yeah.
multiplayer.
But that being said, I remember not really liking Evolve
I loved
as much.
Yeah, I
think it
remember a
was just,
time
like-
when I really liked Evolve.
It was just like super like groundbreaking at that time, and like nobody
Sure.
really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't think even the developers even like really knew what they had. But I mean, if they make an Evolve 2, I'm sure that'd be and like just capitalize on all of this.
They'll
type
have
of
to
stuff.
change the name. There's no room in the
No.
world for an Evolve 2.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
It's a super cool idea that, for whatever reason, like
it.
it's a cool idea that it's almost impossible to balance, like to balance competitively where people are going to be
Right.
playing it at the level you need to
that's-
keep it around.
my next question for Friday the 13th and Evolve, like, was Evolve? I know Evolve had different monsters.
Dead by Daylight is
That's
the
the
game.
one.
Yeah, golden seals.
Thank you.
I never actually played against all the different monsters, just that one big like regular monster. I don't know.
Goliath.
But like, are they able to make it so that Jason? Like, I know Jason's super strong, and like
Right.
these camp counselors can't really kill him. Like, you have to do a lot of shit to kill Jason.
There's a big sequence that you have to do.
So is it like pretty balanced?
Yes. I mean, it's still
I
like.
think I heard you talk. Sorry to keep interrupting.
No worries.
But
No.
I think I heard you. It was either this show or your show where you were explaining the game, and I think you had mentioned that you jumped into a rando game and nobody was really talking, but you still managed to pull it off. Is that
Yes.
right?
Yeah. So like, and like that's the thing. I still play like I still can get in a game and finish like escape in like 3 minutes if all the cards line up properly. Or you can go 30 minutes and just have a time limit run out and you win by default because he didn't kill you. So it's kind of, I don't know, it's pretty loose in that sense that there's not always a direct finish one way or another.
Yeah.
And I don't know how you would even make that better, but
Fuck Evolve. I'm just thinking about Evolve now. And then they put that big spider monster
Yeah.
in.
Yeah. So how did that one work?
Kraken.
Like, you one side or the other had to kill one side or the other.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
also
it
think
was,
there was also a time limit thing.
there was an objective. The monster
it
had
was
an
if the-
objective.
Oh, yeah, 'cause you had
if the
to-
monster could evolve a certain amount of times,
Then he got
then
the
he could like
opportunity.
destroy home base
Yeah,
or whatever.
Yeah, he was trying to kill the base or the hunters, I think,
Right.
most
Yeah.
of them.
So was that pretty balanced or was that kind of lopsided?
I felt like when I was playing with like where I knew the whole team, then we had a moderate advantage. I won way
yeah.
more often with the hunters than I did with the I shouldn't say way more, but with the monster. Whereas if you were playing with people and not really chatting, then it felt like the monster won almost every time.
Yeah, totally. That was my
Yeah.
experience. Like playing as the monster, never lost. Almost never lost. Maybe like 2 or 3% of the games.
Maybe you're just a good monster.
I actually thought because I like to play the monster so much that I got pretty good at some of those guys.
Yeah, I hated playing the monster. It's just not why I
It's
played
fun.
that game.
Oh, it's fun. You're so powerful. Catch one guy by himself.
Yeah.
That fucking wraith one that teleports is super cool. They're all cool.
I
That
like
game
the-
is cool.
I like the progression in
play
that game too.
Let's play it.
I would totally play that game. I don't know if it works
doesn't,
at all.
It doesn't exist, I don't think.
they
bought
have it
an
on sale
Xbox.
right now, as a matter of fact.
Do they?
On Xbox, it is on sale right now for
It's weird because it's free
$10.
free to play. Maybe that's like I think that A, they're shutting the servers down, and B, it's free to play.
It's very mean of them to keep selling
So,
it right
yeah.
up until when they
Oh,
shut
yeah.
the servers down.
Oh yeah.
I wonder what those guys are working on. Is that Turtle Rock?
Turtle Rock, yeah.
Yeah. I wonder what they're doing.
Evolve 2.
Yeah.
Monster evolved.
Oh.
Evolve, evolved.
Brando, what you been doing?
Well, let's, I finished the Celeste story,
Okay.
and ran into a hard wall on kind of the additional stuff where the game finally got to a screen where I was like, I don't know if I'm good enough to do this. So I took a little break after bashing my head against that for a while. But I think the Celeste story is very good for what that game is.
Payoff? Good. Kind of. You were hinting that maybe there was something going on.
It's not going to blow your mind or
Okay.
anything. It's kind of like, oh, they put a nice little bow on that. I like that. Not a like, oh shit, the game has changed. So I did all the, I think there's 7 story missions, and one of them is almost kind of just a cutscene. So
Okay.
it's really only 6 big levels. And I finished all those, and I got all the strawberries in all those, I think. So those are all clear. And then it's just about going back and doing the B-sides and the C-sides, which I didn't know there was.
I knew there were C-sides, but
Yeah.
didn't spoil it for you last time.
I think Bryce told me after the podcast.
Oh!
Or maybe even on the podcast. I can't remember.
Champ just does whatever Champ wants. Spoilers be damned.
And the B-sides are very, very hard.
Yeah.
I've finished the first 2. And it's funny because, so when I was playing the main story, I did the first 2 levels without too much. I mean, they're all hard, but I did it without too much challenge. And then I got to the 3rd one where the difficulty for me really spiked and then actually went back down for 4, 5, 6, and 7. And then doing the B-sides, it totally happened again where it was... So I think it's just because each level is kind of doing a different mechanic around platforming. It's focusing on a different thing. And I think just the thing they're doing in level 3,
Some of them is hard.
I am not handling it well. Whereas then I went on to some of the later game stuff and I was like handling it no problem. So it might just be, bang my head against it until I get through 3 and then it'll go back down a little bit. Because right now it feels like I'm like at the limits of what I'm capable of doing as a platformer.
Can only press that jump so fast. Is it half,
or accurately.
half press?
I think there's a half press.
Jump on release? What are we talking about here?
What else? Mario Odyssey.
Yeah.
I played Mario Odyssey.
That's a fun game.
Yeah, I'm gonna preface by saying after everything I talk about here, I do like that game a lot.
Okay.
Here we go.
Oh, boy.
Here we go. Look out.
And maybe I'm only kind of taking this like kind of negative sounding approach because everyone was just singing its praises the whole time up to when I played it. But that game, the story mode of that game is painfully easy. Like it's really easy.
You see the credits very fast.
Yeah. And then all there really is left to do is collect all these moons, and there's way too many moons, and over half the moons are very easy.
It's not real. Well, it is all there is left to do, but there are some like nice surprises along the way.
Sure. I think there's a new planet every now and then, or a new world every now and then other than that, just some costumes.
Yeah. I mean, you're selling them short. You're selling a little short.
You should
Some of those are
probably
cool.
sell them
Some
big
of those
now
are
because
cool.
I'm real close to not playing because it doesn't seem like any of it's that interesting.
I don't think it's enough to like.
I got a Diddy Kong costume, which was kind of all right.
There's a world where you're really tiny, and everything's really big. That's cool.
That was in Super Mario 3.
Yeah,
Anyway,
that's fun.
T-shirt, hat, no pants.
Yeah, and monkey
I did get the
tail.
boxers real early so that I could run around in those.
You gotta wear those on the ice level.
Why? That sounds like it would
People,
kill you.
people are like, we just show
You're
us
fucking insane.
your nipples, and you do, and then they give you shines, moons.
Actually?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I couldn't tell if you were kidding or not.
You have to talk to people wearing the right costume in each level, and the one for the ice level is the boxers, because they're like, show us how tough you are against the cold.
There is something about like the post game content where it's like, because there is like way harder stuff endgame.
Yeah.
Stuff to challenge you, and there's stuff that I'll take a few tries and I'll be like, oh, this is tough. This is satisfyingly hard, and I'll get that moon. And then I'll come back out of the pipe, and then there'll be like another moon like on the hill a little bit to my right, just like unobstructed, like floating. I'll be like, that's very easy.
All moons are not made equal.
I know. It does feel like this game was trying to be like, well, we want to make it easy for little kids to play.
Yeah.
And feel like they're accomplishing something, but then also give grown-ups maybe a more stiff challenge. And for me, it's very much like, I wish you would have just taken the like bottom half to 3/4 of the moons in that game and just cut them out.
Yeah.
Like I don't need to run
I totally
around.
understand.
Like it almost feels like you're collecting coins.
Totally. They do feel cheap because they are so easy to get.
Yeah. And I was very there were some good moments in that campaign, but I was very dissatisfied with how easy it was the whole way through and how quickly it wrapped up.
It's that is my biggest complaint is that you see the credits way too early.
Yeah.
And if you're like, I like to play games and see the credits, and I'm like, okay, I'm good. That's maybe I'll do a little side stuff here and there, but for the most part, I'm done. I'm moving on.
Right.
And this was the one that was like, oh, I saw the credits at like hour 4.
Yep.
And I'm grinding out these moons, but I actually really enjoyed and am enjoying the process of getting all the moons.
Yeah. It's all right. I do like that game.
Yeah.
So I don't think
there are some parts of it that are so fucking good.
Yeah, they're like some of the campaign moments are incredible.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
there's a big thing in New Donk City that you'll know when you see it that is incredible, and the end of that game is weirdly perfect in a very strange way. The final kind of gauntlet run.
Oh, the fucking warthog run out of the Halo at the end.
Yeah, is with the music that is playing that they have selected to play.
That end part is really that everything that is presented to you in a cutscene in that game is so fucking good.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. But yeah, some of the and some of it's just like, oh, now you go get these moons by just fighting slightly more difficult versions of these bosses. Like some of it almost feels padded out in a way that I've never seen a Mario game feel like it ever had to pad out its games.
I would have preferred the hunt. You know, just give me 120 stars.
Yeah, and make them of a standard of difficulty.
Yeah.
Instead of just being like, well, here's these really difficult ones that feel like Mario 64 stars, where you do this big, long, involved thing, get to the top of the map, and get your star. But then also you'll just find like 8 stars slightly off the main trail on the way up.
Yes, some of them are literally just like sitting there in the open. Just run over and grab them.
Yeah, and it's like the title of that star was like,
Walk.
Made for stupid people.
Yeah, or like walked 5 steps.
Yeah.
You know, awesome.
Yeah.
I still think there's so much good shit in there.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I unlocked a new planet that I'll go check out, which hopefully is good.
The dark side?
It's the dark side. It's the first one you get after the campaign ones.
Have you done like the boss? There's like kind of a boss rush thing you sort of got to do.
I did
you
a
do
lot
it all
of
in one
repeat
life?
bosses. Oh, I don't know if I've done that yet.
Like 4. Okay, all right. Well, maybe if you worried about repeating content, dark side is the planet for you.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll actually... Like, when I first finished, I was like, no, I'm going to go get all the moons. I don't know if I'm actually going to get all the moons. And there's one costume where it's like, 9,999 coins. And I was like, that fucking seems like the last thing I'm ever going to do.
No, you just, like, as you're getting all these 1,000 shines, or moons, you're getting coins on the way.
Whenever you get the coin, like, you get, like, for me, I'm getting 300 coins every time I get enough shines to unlock like more costume stuff, and then as soon as that stuff pops up, I spend that money again.
Oh, I see. I have everything bought except for that goddamn dry bones.
Yeah. So,
or I guess more stuff will pop up for me. But,
that's the thing. Like, it is popping up, and I'm staying at about 2,700 to 3,000 coins because I'll get to about 3,500. But in the process of doing that, I will have unlocked stuff at the store, and then I'll go buy all that and take me back down. So.
Gotta get your coin farm route up.
I'm not going to farm coins in that game.
Gotta farm Rathalos over here on Monster Hunter, and take a break, farm some coins over here in Mario.
Yeah, it is a pretty good game. It's real sharp looking. A lot of good nostalgia hits.
Totally. It's fun, and like I really love how I think it like handles incredibly.
Yep.
I love all the fucking 26 million different jump options you have.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
All that stuff is really good.
It's not making me use them though.
Some of the like the races and stuff, like the
I did one
second
race
tier stuff, you end up using some of those.
Yeah. I think I've had to use my hat jump one time in that entire game, and when I first discovered that mechanic, I was like, yes.
It's good.
Yeah.
Feels so good.
I want to have to triple jump, throw my hat, land on my hat, and then dive off of it to be able to make a long jump, and that's not come up, so.
You can use it.
I could do that. It's just I don't need to.
You're right.
Yeah. That's kind of it. A lot of time sunk in the Mario Odyssey.
Can't believe you said it was for babies.
Mario
You're
Odyssey,
for babies.
Mario Odyssey was made with babies in mind, I guess. Maybe is the way to put that.
My experience with that game is me sitting in the living room playing it and hearing from down the hall,
Yeah.
Constantly.
Yeah.
And it makes me smile.
That's how you fucking
That's
get around.
Mario.
Yeah. You fucking long
Mario.
jump.
Yeah.
Well,
Yahoo!
you roll.
Yahoo! Yahoo!
Yeah, that's the one.
Yahoo! All the way down the map, just trying to get to wherever I'm going.
Oliver, we played a game last week.
I want to ask him a question.
Yeah, sure.
Random.
Yeah.
Actually, no, unacceptable. I changed my mind.
You digging the Switch?
You heard my people. I am digging the Switch. I'm digging the Switch as a console more than I actually dug Mario Odyssey as a game. Where I played a lot of Mario Odyssey on the Switch, and then I was like, I can't wait to play. I am so happy I have this, so I can like play it in the living room when I want to watch Warren play Friday the 13th, which I do a strange amount of the time. or PUBG, or I can't wait to take this to my mom's house because my grandma's going to be there. So I have to spend the mandatory half hour with her and then kill the other few hours that I'm spending there. Hopefully my grandma's not listening. Like, I really like that it performs at a good level on that handheld, and that it's not tied to the system, so you can take it wherever you want to go.
Yeah, it's very cool.
It is cool.
Play it on the toilet.
Like, yeah.
I like to play games on the toilet. Yeah.
It is very cool. Like, my cousin has one. He brings it over. I never play it myself, but like my niece.
I hate fun.
My niece is playing. I'm like, that is pretty cool.
It's got Zelda on it. Not to let that filth touch me
No,
or
that's
anyone
right.
I know.
That's right.
No, you guys.
Did you get your
That's cool.
Horizon Palico
No.
shit? No.
No. Oh, back to one more thing I hate about Monster Hunter is that exclusive content or whatever is all fucking time limited.
It's gone now.
And yeah, I know it's gone.
then you have to
And
be,
the like
pretty high level.
the ranks that like
Pretty
it's
fast.
fucking Ryu armor this week, and he shoots the Ryu armor's dumb because he shoots fireballs, and you just fucking turn into Ryu.
That's cool. I didn't know about that.
Well, yeah, we can't get it. It's like way above our rank. I think it's rank 11.
What are
to
we
get
at?
it.
What are you at?
I'm 9.
I'm a 3.
So you're probably 6 or 7.
Are you that much?
I can't
you
believe
are like a lot
capture
further
I
than I
capture a lot of
am.
monsters. And I told you how I play. I go into the games and I shoot my SOS flare up, and me and 4 guys just fucking steamroll every monster, and away we go.
I guess, yeah.
I got no,
Turn that
I got
into
no
an
time.
efficient.
I got no time. I got no time to
system.
dilly dally.
That's right.
Yeah, 'cause if you're really good, you shoot the SOS flare, and then you go to the bathroom. By the time you get back, usually someone's loaded in.
Everybody's just fighting your fight.
Yeah.
You're just standing there surveying
You're
it.
fucking cooking meat on a fucking
Yeah.
overfired.
Playing my bagpipes, tuning up the band, inspiring the troops. We played a game last weekend, Oliver. You dipped your toes into Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh yeah, right.
The
That
adventures
was fucking
of
awesome, dude.
what's your guy's name? Folk
Chubb Beggins.
Folk Chubb Beggins.
No
Yep.
relation.
no,
No relation.
no relation.
No relation. But he is a halfling hobbit type. Again, no relation. It's
Yeah,
just-
we can't. Hobbit is trademarked. We can.
Yeah.
You can't say that.
I kind of want to work that into the story.
That the Hobbit is trademarked.
No, I kind of want to work that I'm related to the Baggins of legend.
Oh, when the Chubbs married the Beggins.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was
I don't
Married in.
think like if
Beautiful
you met
union.
a hobbit named Baggins, you wouldn't even ask. You'd just assume.
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh,
Yeah.
it's one of the Bagginses.
But what if it was a Sackville Beggins? They're not Beggins. So the Chubb Beggins are also not Beggins. I'm just over here talking common sense.
Whoosh.
Mark Monch and I had a real in-depth discussion last night about all things Hobbits and Return of the King.
Oh, yeah.
He can, yeah. I watched that movie with a man who can literally quote the entire thing like at any point, and does.
Yeah.
So yeah, we played Dungeons and Dragons, you guys.
Yeah.
I feel like you guys are gonna
Baggins.
beat us up.
Big
being-
nerd.
Yeah.
Big
You guys are nerds.
Yeah.
Fucking nerds.
But I had a great time with it. Actually.
Yeah, we rolled stats. We fucking.
That's what you do, right? You're supposed to roll
RP'd.
for your numbers. You guys.
Oh
gave
no,
me-
we didn't actually. Well,
No.
there's a bunch of different ways you can do it.
Did everybody just take those regular numbers?
Yeah.
And then just distribute them.
Yeah.
Distribute them. Neat.
Yeah. What'd you think?
I had a great time.
Yeah?
Like I sort of pieced it together using like things from the book, but which is fine.
Because you had never played a tabletop RPG
No, not like
and like sort of couldn't even wrap your head around what it was. Last time we talked to you, you had no idea what it was.
No, like I get it, and I mean it's just like what like I've read what's that one book series Dragonlance,
Okay.
and that's based around Dungeons and Dragons stuff.
Yeah, sure. It's in the same universe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I'm familiar with like the settings and the character the races and all
Yeah.
that.
That like anybody who knows
But-
fantasy shit
yeah.
is like.
But I'm not familiar with like the process to it.
It's the lack of rules that always like kind of, or not maybe lack of rules, but lack of structure.
I think that's
yeah.
the funnest part of it.
No, I know, and it's not. I'm not saying it was always a turnoff. It was just always the thing that I had the toughest time wrapping my head around. Was just being like, you kind of do whatever you want.
Yeah. Like and there's no like hard win. It's not like at the end of this game we're gonna win and someone's gonna win, someone's gonna lose.
Yeah.
And a lot of people can't really wrap their heads around that.
Right. You just keep going.
Well, you're there to put on a good story. Like
telling a tale.
Yeah, maybe you losing is the best story you can tell. So it's like, okay, well, fucking here we go. I mean,
in it to win it.
Yeah, I'm not saying I am.
Yeah.
So yeah, we rolled our characters, and then we did a little bit of like a little encounter that Kevin laid out for us.
Yep. You all made fun of me for correctly pronouncing the word skein. Go fuck yourselves.
yeah,
You're all
you did.
idiots.
Nerd.
You guys know what
All
skein is?
fucking idiots.
You know what askein is?
Nope.
It's like a weave of fabric. If you're like lost in the skein of destiny, you're lost in the quilt of destiny, the fabric.
Think Wanted. It's that movie.
Yeah,
that's a fortune teller.
That big loom
That's
thing
a
that he
skein.
has. Anyways,
About that movie.
I said it correctly.
I pronounce it
and
skein.
they're all like, "That's not. It's skein.
Skein.
Are you new?" And
It's
everyone had a great
Are you
everyone had a great
new?
laugh at my expense. And now I'm plotting to murder all of you in our D&D campaign. So
what was I about to say? It was yeah, and we did like a quick little encounter.
yeah,
That was neat. I didn't really know what I was doing.
What'd you
but it
guys?
was
What'd you
still
guys
fun.
fight?
Our group of our band of characters,
Mm-hmm.
we were escorting a armor merchant,
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. He was starting a new. He's picking up shop and starting a new shop somewhere else.
Okay.
and we encountered
Couldn't tell us where. Didn't need to know.
Couldn't or wouldn't?
We're professionals. We don't need to know.
So is it more of a like, okay, so you're just gonna point us in the right direction? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, we're
We're
just
hired
there to-
muscle.
yeah.
Right.
And then we ran into some sort of checkpoint
Mm-hmm.
where these guards or these people demanded like a bit of a
Breath
toll.
sample.
I would call them bandits. No, these are. We were the ones demanding breath samples.
Were they bandits?
Yeah, we
I thought
are on the
because they
side
had-
of the law.
well-
We have like we have been sent by the lords of this of the city of Waterdeep.
Waterdeep.
Waterdeep. Yes, we've been sent by the masked lord. Like we are on the side of the law. We are the ones who are like, you get out of our way.
See,
And then everyone
it's
in
a
the
fine line. Matt.
everyone in the group is just like, oh, maybe we could let's just give them all our money.
Yeah.
Maybe we just put our guns on the ground
Fucking
or put
buy
our
'em
weapons on the
off.
ground.
Everybody wanted to like just be sort of passive about it. I'm like, guys, that's not fun. Like we should like
Yeah.
do stuff.
Who's got dynamite?
Yeah.
Like these
Yeah.
guys want to fight us. You guys don't want to fight them. We should probably fine, whatever. Let's fucking give them all this stuff.
Now we come across looking like a bunch of bitches.
We did the old, we were like, yeah, okay, we'll trade. Why don't you come over here and check things out? Ah, stab!
No.
And,
Roll 10 to shiv.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, roll the shiv.
Honestly, the combat stuff was like the least fun.
Yeah, I agree. But everybody, wants different shit out of D&D,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
We have some people in our group where they're just there to roll the dice and be like, oh, I did a bunch of damage and get big numbers. Yeah. And then we got people like me who take shitty abilities that are completely useless but are fun in like the flavor text.
So Matt had this thing where he could telepathically communicate with everybody within a distance or whatever.
They and I can communicate telepathically together,
And
but
see,
it's only one-on-one.
Okay.
So like you and Warren couldn't do it. Only you and me and Warren and me and OJ
Gotcha.
and me.
Yeah.
And I thought that was the funniest because we were just wisecracking on the side.
Yeah.
And that's
So yeah, then as we're table talking, it's like, okay, this is our telepathy.
yeah.
People
So
can't hear
could
this.
you be like, hey Matt, this guy across the table from me is a real stinker. And then the guy across the table has to pretend not to hear.
Yeah,
And he's just
yeah,
like
yeah.
fuming. He's just like,
100%. Yep. His character doesn't know.
yeah.
That was good
Anyways,
stuff.
um,
I talked to our employer and he lost his fucking mind and just started like flipping out because somebody was invading his thoughts or some guy. I don't know. He's fucking completely lost it.
so I was working out of town last week, but I spent like the whole week just constructing this backstory for Chub Baggins.
Nah.
And I'm in the process of I'm in the process of getting it like typed out, but I want to send that to like the chat or like send it to Kevin. At least.
Yeah, send it to Kevin.
But I mean, like I'm spending a lot of time. I want you guys to read it.
We eventually, at the end of the game, we usually all share that shit.
I mean,
If you want people to read it. Because
It is.
sometimes it's a secret, right? Like, my backstory, it's like, well, I was born to kill Oliver. Like, you can't know that.
no, of course not. Like that stuff, yeah, you share with Kevin, but
I got one goal.
I mean, because the idea here is that we're adventurers and we've known each other for a long time. So I want to know your you did tell us your backstory, but I kind of wasn't listening because I was worried fucking doing all this type of
And
stuff.
edit your notes.
Yeah,
Because Matt's like,
It's all...
me and Oliver have been friends for years. And Oliver's is like, I just met Matt the other day.
spurned in a past discussion.
maybe I should talk to Kevin about that, about having like a.
He sends out a recap.
I know, but I
And
mean,
he, like, put our...
there should be a thing where I don't know.
Do you guys
Love
get fucked
talking.
up when you play this?
I do, yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
good.
When I was running the game, Kevin is our DM now. He's running the game. When
Yeah.
I was running the game, I didn't because you're kind of managing a lot of spinning plates.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And also Kevin, I think, elects to remain sober when he DMs for the most part.
Yeah.
Which is like big respect.
Yes.
Big respect.
Probably makes the game funner for all the other wasted dudes.
100%.
So the DMing is like totally incredible to me because he's thinking about things like off the top of his head, and and he's like reacting to things like I'm hiding behind whatever, and my guy does like stealth attacks or whatever, and I like pop out and I shoot, and that's my attack. And he adds a bunch of flavor to it, not just like, okay, you hit this guy for something. He's like, oh, you grazed him in the arm, and that staggers him, and
He's a great storyteller.
Yeah,
and
he is.
He is also like playing the role of every character that isn't us. So there are characters who are talking, like Kevin is talking to Kevin because characters are talking to characters that aren't us.
Yeah.
And like he's putting all the trimmings.
That's the
Good
thing.
voices.
We kind of we
Nice.
we haven't. I think we'll get there
Probably,
eventually.
yeah.
As people get more comfortable
'Cause,
with it, I bet we'll get there.
Craig was like in character.
Yeah.
And then Kevin was playing off of that. I'm like, this is fucking cool, you guys.
Yeah, when it hits, it's like
That's
there's some times when it's not, the people aren't quite into it, and you're like, okay, this sort of sucks. But when
Everyone's got to jump right in.
totally,
Yeah.
if everybody is feet
Can't half-ass it.
first in it, and like when it hits, it's unlike anything else.
It's like the first time I'm ever playing anything online, and someone says, "Okay, you're going to be Roger Team," and I'm going to be like, "Fucking hey, I'm Roger Team."
It's a lot of fun. I'm bummed that we can't play this week. Everyone's at Nerd Olympics. I maybe should have said off the top.
Oh, I guess, yeah, that's where...
Yeah, our proud Nerd Olympians.
doing us honor.
Kevin is, I think, like all-time top medal holder or something like that at Nerd Olympics or something like that.
He's consistently there, like, every year.
Yep.
He's consistently winning.
Yeah. Bryce, the champ, is there repping us. Colin's there.
Is he wearing the belt?
You got them right. He's wearing the
Best
belt.
he
He's
is.
wearing
Yeah.
the belt. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I was
It's a
at...
championship, not a belt.
But you're right.
Doesn't hold your pants up.
You're right. You're absolutely right. It held mine up.
Well, I was-
it held everything
I was at his place
about
of
me
work,
up.
and he wasn't wearing it.
Wow.
Yeah.
We'll have to talk to him about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy. That's.
That's an issue.
I wonder if Vince knows.
But
It's a burden as much as anything.
you guys are playing next week, and unfortunately, I'm not going to be there.
Oh no,
No.
that's too bad.
Yeah.
So what do? You just leave that guy behind?
Because we have like a big rotating cast, the characters who aren't there are just kind of not there for a reason that is never really explained. There's like,
He's doing his own mission
yeah,
by
kind of.
himself.
But he'll be here when the guy gets back.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Because we usually we play with a group, and then someone like ends up not being able to make it, and the whole fucking thing falls apart.
Yeah.
So Kevin has this big rotating cast of like this podcast.
Yeah. Band of misfits.
Yeah, people coming in and out, and it's fun. I'm
This
really
might be a
looking forward to
dumb question. Can you
No such
die
thing.
in that game?
it. Absolutely. Yeah.
So if you
Yeah, what do you
die,
do?
is that it permanently, or that's just it for that until you do another night of doing it and you're just alive again?
It depends. We usually like resurrection exists in this world, but it's usually prohibitively expensive or like dangerous or whatever. So sometimes it's like, oh, you're dead. Okay, roll a new character if you want, or
You lose a piece of yourself.
you get resurrected and you come back
Sure.
at half strength or whatever, and
Feeling like a bitch.
yeah, it's totally up to like the players and the DM because you're totally making this world
Yeah.
together. So it'd be like it's kind of not fun if I just die and then I'm this different guy for no reason. So what if instead of killing me, I was just very near death, and then
So they were explaining to me that it's actually pretty hard to actually die. Like, you'll get downed, but you get, like, 3 turns to kind of roll to, like, stabilize.
yeah, the edition that we're playing, they have changed how death works, so it's a little less. It used to be a lot easier to die than it is now. Yeah.
My only exposure to that game is that one episode of Community, which I don't know if anybody's ever seen it, but that's my only exposure
Just
to that
like
game.
that. Just like that.
I have an episode of Recess on top of that.
Stranger Things.
I played
Yeah, that's right.
as Chloe. Played
Stranger Things.
Yep.
some D&D
Oh yeah,
light.
yeah, totally.
Yeah.
There you go. Very
that might
fun.
be-
I'm, like, not surprised that I'm having this much, like, that I enjoyed that.
As a
I've
man who
always wanted to do
goes
it.
for a haircut every week, I'm surprised that I
weeks.
enjoy D&D.
But it's something that I've never really had a chance to do. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
One man crossover in that Venn diagram.
Exactly. It's there's a huge stigma attached to it, and now that all the D&D nerds are grown-ups, it's like fucking whatever. Let's do what makes us happy, because fuck y'all.
I'd probably try that sometime.
It's very cool. I think you would totally dig it. You got the right kind of...
I just don't know if I'd want to do it around people that take it super seriously, because I'd have to get used to it.
Yeah, like, even, like, seriously is not the right word for it.
Just play our own.
Let's do it.
2 people.
Like, they were all, like, these guys have played before and have played together, but they were all very helpful.
Yeah, like, taking it seriously just means, like, I'm not just going to be like, okay, I attack, I roll my dice. Like, I'm going to put a little flavor into it. I'm going to put a little effort into it, you know?
Yeah.
When we're talking in conversations, like, I am in character. I'm just speaking my character's words.
But I feel like...
But then you can immediately turn it off and be like, you're supposed to do this.
Exactly. I would hate being the guy to break kayfabe.
Oh, yeah, we do that
constantly to be like, I don't know what to do.
That's how I was. I had to, like, constantly pause the action. Pause the game and be like, hey...
That's how we talk too. Yeah, an old Shakespearean.
I doth exit to grab a new
Fellow
beer.
lords, might we pause thine game?
My ale need refilleth.
You should totally come play if you want. You're more than welcome.
Let me know.
Yeah, and like we've got tons of people who've never played before, like Oliver. So it's like
if
this
you
is
guys are like open to it,
the perfect fucking time.
You should do like a rookie.
Rookie night.
Like a training camp,
These things right now are the training camps, because
okay.
we're just getting started. Bunch of people have never played before, so like these first few episodes, I guess he's calling them, are training wheels on. Like, you know,
I want to be Goku.
We can work that out. Yeah, we can work that out.
I based my entire character on like a Lost character, like from the TV.
Which
Lost.
one?
Sawyer.
Oh yeah.
You know, Sawyer Chubb Beggins.
I think for some reason. I think for some reason I thought because one of the hobbits is in Lost.
Oh
so
yeah, that's
I was
right.
like,
oh,
is that
really?
guy? Yeah.
I forgot about that.
I wonder if it's that
but
guy.
I mean, that's the thing that they said. Like, don't get too hung up on creating a backstory for your character. And if you choose
organic.
to, like, don't be afraid to use like what's the word? Cliche. Don't be afraid to be like the Shining Knight.
Find a story that you like and just fucking change the names.
Yeah. That was...
He literally just put Folk and Chubb into Lord of the Rings and was like, okay, I'm good.
Yeah.
Got this ring of power. Smandolf. I mean, but my character's Marcus Deeds, so I can't really...
My Monster Hunter character is Lance Catamaran, which is a very deep wrestling cut.
Yep. Yes, it is.
I didn't play any games we haven't talked about here. Anybody got anything else they want to bring up first time?
I played Wolfenstein.
The expansion?
The Old Blood.
That...
Which is not either of the
That's the standalone.
Wolfensteins that you guys keep
We can probably go to
about.
break.
Yeah. We found out that Oliver the whole time was playing the standalone expansion.
Right.
Yeah. It's still okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like
I can't speak to its quality.
a fucking wrecking ball in that castle
feels so
because
good.
it's on
Feels
super
so
easy.
good.
And so we had double shotguns, just making these
So
Nazis bleed.
the Old Blood is the new, like part of the new games, but it's the one in between 1 and 2?
1.5.
1.5, okay.
Yeah.
I did play that one.
You did?
1.5, yeah?
Yeah.
Old Blood? Yeah. You should play 1 and 2.
That's what I say. Yeah. You should probably...
Yeah.
You should, like, it might be fine.
There was
It might not be
confusion.
exceptional, though.
There was confusion at the library where I'm holding like all these ones, and I actually Googled, and I'm like, okay, well, this one I guess is because maybe it's what did you say?
New Blood and New Colossus.
Yeah.
New Order, Old Blood, New Colossus.
Yeah. And so I saw that it was
I think.
the latest one was the New Colossus, and then the previous one to that was the Old Blood. So I'm like, okay, this must be part, like
Right.
Oh, yeah. I can see how you... That makes sense.
yeah.
I see how you
That's
get there.
why I took it.
Oh, well.
That's okay.
Yeah. We'll get you sorted one day.
I mean, it's a great little system that the library has, and I'm totally gonna use it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
when I'm up in that queue,
20 to
get-
21 weeks from now.
to get the New Order, look forward to playing that.
Good.
Fantastic.
There's not a doubt in my mind that you won't love that second game. That
When you guys were describing it at the show, you're using terms like it's just like Metal Gear. It's just, and then you guys
It's
use
nothing like Zelda.
two other things that totally hooked me. I'm like, yes, I gotta play this. I guess.
Yeah, it's totally a cinematic experience where, like you said, the parts in between, put them on easy and be a wrecking ball, because it actually fits the story better to be a wrecking ball.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, like BJ
Unstoppable Nazi
Blazkowicz
killing machine.
still has his like shirt off from being captured, and he's just killing these armored dudes with like cables coming out of his back. Fuck yeah.
See, now I'm happy that we didn't show a bunch of footage.
Yeah,
for
so
our
am I.
argument.
So am I.
We got it on the top 5 without it.
Did you know? We'll talk about it on the break.
All right.
All right, we'll talk.
That's about it.
I sort of. Did you know Richard Nixon is in the new Colossus? Did you catch his cameo?
He's in the movie scene.
Yeah.
isn't
Okay.
he?
Okay. Yeah. I wondered if you knew that, because that's a fucking super
That's
cool
good.
little
Yep.
thing that you would never pick up on.
Yeah.
Let's go for a quick break.
Oh no, there's one thing.
Let's not go for a quick break.
No, Secret of Mana, the remake.
Yeah. It looks visually. I think it looks fucking terrible.
Yeah, it's not the greatest. And actually, I was watching a thing from the Super Nintendo that I'm like, fucking, I think the Super Nintendo one looks way better.
Yeah, I agree
because it's
with
like
that.
like 2D sprites.
This new one's like chibi and
Yeah,
like pastel in a weird way.
There's like zero like texture to these characters. Anyways, it's an amazing game. It's I don't know, an action RPG that's multiplayer. So Amber and I are gonna be playing it on our streams on Mondays.
Is it not just on the Switch? Is it on everything?
Yeah, it's on PlayStation. The remake is on PlayStation.
Oh, it's
The
also
actual
on the Switch.
remake. I don't
I think.
think so.
No?
I know
Oh.
that they did release something on the Switch, like a kind of HD remake.
I
But
might
this
be getting
one's
mixed up.
completely done, new music, voices, and stuff.
Cool.
Anyways, yeah.
When are you? Is that coming back on Mondays?
Mondays, 7.
What's Ollie?
No, it's just gonna be O&A play. We tried to figure out something clever, but we're not that clever.
Oh, an A play works.
Yeah.
That rhymes.
Yeah.
What does
yeah.
O&A stand for?
And Amber, Oliver.
The
and
people
Amber.
will say.
Yeah. Amber actually said, no, let's ask Matt to create something clever. That's his.
Yeah, because I am the
sort of
best
racket,
namer
yeah.
from the man who brought you Manitank podcast. No problem. Marcus Deeds. I got this, you guys. I'll think of something.
Sure. O&A play is fine. O&A play.
Look, swagger
colon.
and bag her.
Pretty good.
You shorten it to swag and bag.
Swag and bag.
Yeah, get it all the way down. Let's go for a quick break. We'll come back, do the news, read an email or two. We'll see you here. Other side of this.
I didn't know if you were going to say break.
Hey, Zach.
Is that what you were going to ask me? Was the
Nixon thing. Yeah, yeah. That's cool. That's cool.
nice little touch?
I didn't know you could rent video games from the library. I learned that today.
I've heard people say that a lot, but
Did not know
at
that
some
was a thing.
point.
I
Yeah.
always was like, not my library.
Yeah.
My library wouldn't do that.
All of
Libraries-
them.
Yeah, I know.
And apparently they can like bounce them between like any EPL library, right?
Yep. You put a hold on it. You tell them where you want to pick it up, and as soon as it's ready,
How long can you have it for?
I'm like, I have to return it on the 25th.
Do you have to return it, or can you be like, I'm not done?
If there's not a queue for it.
Right.
But there probably almost always will be. You would think.
I don't think very many people still know about the library thing.
Apparently it's like 21 weeks or some shit till he gets to play Wolfenstein.
No, the Wolfenstein one, I was like 80th in line.
Oh, okay.
Jesus.
80
So
plus
80
weeks.
people.
Yeah, so it's for two or three years
Every
from
person
now.
involved in the service
Yeah.
is in line.
3 years from now.
It's free. I mean, it's cool.
That is
You
cool.
find a game that's like there and you want to play. Then
Something that you're not in a big rush to
Yeah.
play and wouldn't pay to play.
Problem is I'm always in a big rush.
Me too.
I wanna
dropped
play it.
$80
Like new
on
games
anything.
for sure.
Today.
The games I want to buy, I'll buy. But I mean,
If only
like
we'd library
Wolfenstein-
Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
Between Dragon Ball and like I don't have a lot of bad things to say about Dragon Ball Fighters, except the fact that I'm not good at fighting games, so I don't know.
Yeah,
why I
neither
did
am
it.
I.
And the story mode sucks, and the online doesn't work. But other than all those,
All that
things,
aside.
I can't believe I spent like $210 in a couple days on Monster Hunter, Dragon Ball Fighters, and a headset to play Monster Hunter with,
And then a Switch.
and a Switch.
Yeah, no, I'm right there with
The
you.
Switch is paying dividends.
Yeah, I'm trying to not buy as many games that I don't play. I'm doing a bad job of it so far.
Me too.
Doing a real bad job of it.
2 games.
The library thing. Like,
No,
there's
I
also
have fucking way more than that.
books there.
Like on paper.
Yeah. And audio.
No, you're just crazy.
I like them. I just get mine on my
Yeah.
e-reader. He's going like, "What? Like, find me a
also-
book," and it's like,
and
"Here's a
also
book," and you
ebooks.
say, "Okay."
I've been reading a lot of comic books too. I don't think I'll spend another dime on comic books.
Comic books make sense for me. If there's ever a book I'm gonna read, I'll probably pay the $12 to own it.
I just like having them all digital. I just like being able to bring my
I'm the
thing.
opposite. Like I like being able to look at my books on a shelf.
I love having like 180 books or whatever just right there with me. Way more than that. Like,
Yeah, but that no
thousands.
one's impressed by your little e-reader on your.
Yeah.
People are impressed by your bookshelf.
no, fuck that. As a guy who moves a lot, I don't. I hate
That's
moving all that shit, and like
But
I do
they
not
get
move a lot.
destroyed because like I'm
I've
not real
moved
careful
once.
with them, and
But-
throw them in the truck or whatever.
the library that Brandon has is pretty impressive.
Yeah,
That's fucking cool.
yeah, it is. But that is very much a library for show.
Sure.
That's
but I mean,
not-
he's got like first editions and
Yeah.
stuff.
Oh yeah.
that are
No, he's got like all
signed.
sorts of expensive. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, and I assume he's read that book, not that particular book, but I mean that book.
Yeah. Well, they're all Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
So he's read them.
Yeah. It's a cool collection. I was super impressed with that.
Yeah, and he's got like weapons and
And
shit
his
all over the
collection of
walls.
swords, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, he's only got one sword. That's not a
He has
collection.
lots.
This is. I love watching Oliver say all these good things, and then Matt being like, "I'll tell you, it's only got one."
He's got one sword.
They're
got
all.
a lot.
They're all this.
He's
He's
one
got a
guy's
maul.
books.
He's got a maul.
He's got
He's got like a couple mauls.
Robert Baratheon's maul.
Yeah.
He has
He's got the Witch King's sword.
the Lich King sword. He
Which
has
is like
Darth Maul.
what's
He's got Darth Maul.
what's his face's. He has Jon
Darth
Snow's
Small.
sword. He
Darth
has
Small is his
Oh
sword.
yeah,
Lancer
you're right. Yeah, you're
sword.
totally right.
The like midget.
He has a
wrestling
lot of
version
like
Darth
other
Maul.
swords that I'm not unfamiliar with, but like
Sword
all
Park
the Game
Maul.
of Thrones replicas. I
Bonnie
was impressed
Doon
at.
Maul.
And when he might have Aragorn's sword.
West Edmonton Mall.
See, now you're not even trying because now you got into malls.
London, Derry,
Yeah. Kingsway.
Southgate. Let's come back and talk about some news, y'all.
These are broken. by the
This
way.
man's fading
This
fast. Yeah,
is-
you were saying.
Let's talk about malls.
Do
Dark-
do do
darts.
do do.
Kingsway
do, do,
Mall,
do.
most underrated.
Do 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 do. That's me. Do 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 do.
Is it?
Do do do.
Because I was
do,
pushing
do,
this
do,
one in.
do do
Is it
do.
not working?
No, yeah, it
Do,
Sure, it was
do, do.
fading in and out.
Yeah, no, it is a little
I don't know what's
Loose.
going on.
Loose is a $10 hooker.
loose there, I'd say.
Yeah, because it doesn't stay. It just bounces
I almost
back
said a
out.
very bad word in our stream tag.
Hours?
Came real close one time.
The bad word.
Yep. Because I was doing this whole thing where I was like in character. I forget what I was talking about.
Did you almost book her
Like,
ticket?
you motherfucker. And then, I had to like,
I
oh,
gotta turn you down for a second.
whoops.
That would
Hulk Hogan.
bad.
I know.
news.
I know. I
For
know.
you
We were
more
talking
most.
about how like we're probably
it's
we're
this
probably still
fucking
on
thing.
some sort of
Yeah, we're live. We're
okay.
live.
Maybe I'll
Yeah,
hold
we're
it
live.
until
So
after.
just, I need another one of these things. Or I need. Oh, it's missing. the thing that spins into-
Who cares?
Yeah, who cares?
Legitimately, who
I'll
cares?
find it. Oliver's never on his mic.
Yeah.
He's a little
Give it-
more on it with his headphones, but
No, I don't have headphones.
I just got you turned on. I'll turn you back up.
Okay. Good.
You're off the hook today.
Fuck, I'm gonna be up until like
You're
4
sick,
a.m.
you are.
today after that nap that I shouldn't have had. I was watching some Dragon Ball Super.
Good. Good.
Nope.
Good. Good.
Nothing.
No.
What's Super? Super is
Super
like
is
the
like
new,
Super
new,
is the canon follow up to Z.
and GT's off the
GT's off the
record,
books
right?
now, yeah.
Why did they do
Good,
that? I thought
good.
that
Yeah,
was
sir.
cool.
Because
More?
GT
Less?
was
That's
always
good.
just
Okay.
a fan thing,
Oh,
and then this was like
Was it?
Yep.
GT was like on television though, wasn't
Yep, but it was never based on like the manga.
it? On anime.
Yeah, the anime.
how's Super?
As an otaku.
It's okay. I thought the first season was kind of the weakest season so far, and actually I stopped watching it until Matt said he was watching it and had passed me, and I was like, well, if I got someone to talk about this dumb shit with, then I'll keep going. And then it actually got a lot better.
The Super Saiyan God.
Super,
Super
yeah.
Saiyan God,
I
Super
under-
Saiyan.
And the blue
I
hair?
don't think Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan is as I think it's still stupid, but
It
not
is stupid.
as stupid as I thought it was.
Because it shouldn't be Super Saiyan God.
well,
It should be like God Saiyan Super Saiyan.
yeah, I suppose.
It doesn't make any sense.
Super Saiyan God.
because they go Super Saiyan God, which is a totally new transformation, and then from Super Saiyan
that the
God,
blue hair?
yeah,
No,
it's the
no.
red. It's the red aura. Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan is blue hair. which they have shortened to Super Saiyan Blue in the show, thankfully.
Yes.
Always the worst part of Dragon Ball is like there's always somebody better, and then Goku fucking rises to their level.
Oh, it is like that more
stop.
than it has fucking ever been. They are all about that now.
They had to find new universes to find stronger people for Goku to have to beat.
And like the whole thing is him like every fight being like, I'm gonna wait to use my power so I can see how strong you are. I lost the fight again.
What's Trunks up to in that? Trunks has always been my favorite.
I know he's in Super, but I haven't seen him yet.
I just saw him.
Yeah, I just saw the thing I just saw an even higher stage of Super. I saw Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Kaioken times 10.
Jesus Christ.
That's not really a transformation, though. That's just a technique.
Yeah, sure. I mean, he goes red. He get like
got a little bit of red
his
on
fire
top of the
goes
blue.
red.
Yeah,
it's a
They
different
bring
color.
back the Kaioken?
Yep.
Yeah.
They fucking bring back everything. This whole
Kaioken was always the first.
Kaioken was dope.
Yeah. This whole the whole thing is just like fan service. They're like, here's Frieza, and here's all the old gang is here's. You remember Yamcha? Here's Yamcha.
Okay, Yamcha's barely in that.
No, Yamcha's totally there. He shows up to fight.
What's the little clown's name that hangs out with Tien?
Oh, Chaozu.
That's the name. I've been watching Kai with my little nephew. And I was just explaining all the names because he's a kid, he doesn't remember names. He's like, who's the little clown guy? I'm like, I don't know.
The only thing he ever did
really...
in that show was commit suicide.
Yeah.
I think he might solar flare at some point.
He held off. He held the line for them.
That's right.
For a little bit.
Well,
didn't he suicide one of the Cybermen?
No, he suicided Nappa and was unable to do much damage to him whatsoever.
But he held the line so that Goku could come.
That's it. You're all just fucking throwing your bodies at these guys until Goku gets there.
Yeah. It's fun.
Krillin's the best.
It's
just
like,
I'm here to get the shit kicked out of me.
Krillin they're like kind of self-aware now in a way that's fun.
It is like Dragon Ball Z got into culture and everyone started making fun of the things they make fun of, and then when they made these new things they had in mind all the things they made fun of.
That's good
because I mean original Dragon Ball was sort of up its own ass.
Yes.
With like how long Goku had to power up.
So
and
was Dragon Ball Z was like
Dragon Ball Z, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Dragon Ball was probably the least up its own ass out of anything.
I've never seen the original. I've seen parts of it.
It's very perverse.
Yeah, they're really on the nose now about their like horny old men jokes.
They went back to the horny thing.
Yeah, someone uses a wish, not a wish, but kind of a wish to be like, how big are what is this person's bust size?
Yeah.
See, I told you he knew everything. You're like, oh, yeah. Great.
Is Master Roshi still?
No, he seems
although
like
he is still like that.
He's like he put aside his horniness and decided to train and is now like as strong as a Super Saiyan.
That's not true.
That's totally a thing when he's fighting all the guys and there's like, I devoted my energy to blah, blah, blah.
He got like jacked like he is in the original Dragon Ball.
Yeah,
but he talks about like he doesn't ever come out and be like, I don't look at weird magazines anymore. But he's like, I shifted my priorities or whatever. Yeah. He fucking basically is like, I'm not horny old man anymore. But they got so many.
He's probably not as strong as Krillin, but is as strong as a Super Saiyan apparently.
I mean, Krillin is way fucking stronger than a Super Saiyan now. Everybody is.
What?
Yeah, no, the limit, the Super Saiyan ain't shit, yo. Super Saiyan means nothing.
Yeah.
Nobody even goes Super Saiyan. They don't even bother anymore.
De-escalation.
Yeah. Let's talk about some...
Undertaker started as a dead guy, became a biker, and then went back to being a dead guy.
Does that... How did they wish him back? Twice with the same Dragon Balls.
Brother killed him. And then he came back as a dead guy.
Namekian balls. And also the Dragon Balls now are literally the size of planets, so...
Like
that's
the
good.
actual Dragon Ball?
I mean, balls
the Super
get bigger
balls.
as you get older. That's what happens.
Yeah, the Super Dragon Balls.
I think it gets smaller.
There's still 7 of them?
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
Droop.
I have to go see a doctor.
Yeah, it's 7 Super Balls. Let's talk about some not Dragon Ball related news. What do you guys say?
I don't believe there's such a thing.
I got a little bit.
But I'll humor you.
I can talk about Dragon Ball and wrestling for the rest of the show. I'm okay.
How about...
Compared to these news stories?
Yeah. Hey, there's not going to be a Marvel vs. Capcom in the main EVO lineup for the first time in 18 years, Oliver.
How does Scotty feel about that, you guys?
I should have asked them. I should have kept asking him.
You should have literally gotten a quote from the one person who might actually be able to give us any sort of substance to the story.
I hate his stupid ferret face, so I'm not asking him. No Marvel vs. Capcom at the Capcom Cup. Sorry, no Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite at the Capcom Cup, and I believe no Marvel vs. Capcom of any kind at in the main Evo lineup for this year.
I guess that game's garbage then.
Yeah, it seems to be the consensus.
I know it's not like lighting the world on fire. I know it has like its followings, but it's also a thing where I think Disney, the fucking mother brand, doesn't like how it's represented. Is what I've heard.
I see.
Yeah, I've heard.
Like the Marvel
scuttlebutt
universe
similar to that.
or the video game itself?
Well, like because Marvel is
Disney.
They
don't like how the game is presented?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't really know exactly, but I mean, like...
I won't follow up too much more.
Yeah. But, I mean, like... These games have always been really good games, and...
Especially, like, Marvel vs. the fact that if I'm hoping that I have my information down wrong, because if Marvel vs. Capcom 3 is not in the main Evo lineup, like, what the fuck is going on? Isn't that like one of the mainstays of Evo is MVC3?
Yeah, I don't know. That's definitely a...
they had to make room for Dragon Ball FighterZ.
Question for Scotty. But, yeah, Dragon Ball FighterZ is there.
So very similar games, right?
Yeah. I'm sure to a fighting game expert, the answer is probably actually no, but to me, the 3-on-3...
You tag, and there's
exactly.
flashes, and...
You got a meter.
Yeah.
I think Dragon Ball presents better because you kick people through mountains and stuff, and that's really dope.
The way you guys have been describing fighters... reminds me a lot of how Marvel vs. Capcom 3 was.
Mm-hmm.
Where it was just like, if you don't know what's going on, then you really, really don't know what's going on. Like, the second I don't block something that I should have blocked, all of a sudden it's 17 seconds of explosions and mountains breaking, and then KO appears on the screen, and I'm like, well...
It's the way it goes.
At least it's cool to see, right?
It is.
Like, it's incredible. It's an incredible looking game.
Yeah.
Especially, I bet at the pro level where people are actually, like, reflecting attacks and doing all, like, the tight timing stuff and, like, destroying the stage around them. I bet that game's gonna look dope as hell.
Oh, yeah, totally. Whereas me, I'm just, like, getting bounced around, and they fucking charge up their Kamehameha, and I'm just like, well, hopefully that misses me.
Yeah.
And then it doesn't.
No, you can block those.
Not when you're fucking
not
when you're
not
in the
air. There's a System Shock remake that was on Kickstarter a few years ago. I don't know if anybody remembers that. We actually talked about this on this podcast. They kickstarted $1.3 million. They're going to remake System Shock 1, which is kind of the predecessor to BioShock, the Shock games. And it was like a total remake. New engine, new everything, yada, yada, yada. The game has been put on hiatus officially as of, I think this was Friday this story came out. $1.3 million of developer money is currently sitting in limbo as they reassess what they were making. From the sounds of it, they started making this thing. From the sounds of it, they made too much money.
Okay.
They made $1.3 million and started going, okay, how do we make this System Shock remake something that feels like it is worth this amount of money? Now we're going to start thinking about all these new systems, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And eventually, I guess they looked at it and were like, well, this looks like a new fucking System Shock. This doesn't look like System Shock 1. Like, this is something else entirely now.
Yeah.
So
a spiritual successor now instead of a...
Yes, but these same
remake?
people have also licensed out System Shock 3 development.
Oh.
So I bet there was some conflict there of like, whoops, we made our own System Shock 3.
Right. Because people wanted to give us all this money.
Yeah. It's the Star Citizen thing of, we made $1 billion and we don't know what to do with it. Only
So
this
we're
is
gonna
like way
take it
scaled
and
down.
leave.
Yeah. See you guys. I mean, they say they're gonna kind of take everything back to the drawing board, and you know what? I'm just gonna read the quote. How about that? As our concept grew and our team changed, so did the scope of what we're doing, and with that, the budget for the game. As the budget grew, we began a long series of conversations with potential publishing partners. The more that we worked on the game, the more that we wanted to do, and the further we got from the original concept that made System Shock so great.
I want them to take as much time as they want to take making this.
Did you ever play System Shock?
I did. I don't think I finished it. I played it after BioShock because I realized that's where kind of that all got its start. And then I got to the point after Infinite where I was like, I wonder when they're going to make another BioShock game. And then check that with, I don't really want them to.
Yeah.
Because I don't know where you go from that last BioShock game. So then it kind of became like, what if they made another System Shock game that was really good?
They are.
And now they are.
Yeah.
Guys who's played it. So I've always heard that BioShock was the spiritual successor to System Shock.
Yes.
So what is the story? Like, story-wise? Like gameplay wise?
No,
More gameplay than
wise.
story.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well
the
then that's
powers.
Even a lot of the story beats for System Shock 2 are the same as
didn't play
BioShock.
that.
The reveal in BioShock, there is a very, very similar reveal in System Shock.
I see.
And actually, like, I don't know a ton about System Shock, but thinking back to Infinite, I wonder if there is a lighthouse and a door somewhere in System Shock, and the whole fucking
Totally
thing
could be.
ties together somehow.
Every goddamn video game could have a lighthouse, and a door now.
Yeah. PUBG has a lighthouse.
Yeah.
One last story here, Atari. You heard of them?
Nope.
No? They made that ET game that is in the landfills.
Electronic ping pong.
Electronic ping pong.
I have one of those.
They an electronic ping pong?
No, an Atari.
Oh.
Oh.
They want to sell you a hat with speakers in it.
I don't think Atari made E.T. It was E.T. was just made for Atari.
or yeah. No, I think they might have. I think they might have made ET.
No, because that game like bankrupted.
Who developed it? Isn't the
That whole story is like a video game
fact
legend.
check that. It's real. It's a real story.
I know.
Those carts exist. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
But
they're in the garbage.
it's not.
They dug them out recently, like a few years, or like last year they dug them
last
out
year, yeah.
and made a documentary about them or some shit. And you're like, you can buy one of these garbage carts for $1,000 if you want.
Why?
Why is a very good question. Regardless,
No one stopped to ask if we should.
they are making their own crypto. They're launching their own cryptocurrency, just like Crytek. Hot on the heels of Crycoins. Get ready for Atari tokens.
You got something better than that,
You
don't
guys
you?
like nope Atari like tokens like the arcade Atari
Yes.
tokens.
Okay.
You want to buy
Toonies.
Atari tokens, sir? TM capital A capital T. I don't understand cryptocurrency anymore. I thought I did, and then everyone started launching their own. So I don't know what any of this means. Their stock price is up 60% because they said the word cryptocurrency.
It's fun bucks.
Yeah. On our last news story tonight, Talking Reckless is announcing that we are launching our own cryptocurrency. The Reckless Bucks is a name we're floating around. Please invest. We're all going to make millions.
I think I like Reckless Rupee better.
Spelled with W's.
It's a,
Whoopee.
Yeah.
you know
No,
what
they,
game has rupees? Oliver. You know what game has rupees?
Yeah.
Second best game of the year.
Game of the year.
I don't like that game.
is
You're
that not
right.
a real currency somewhere in the world?
Yeah.
In
in like the Middle
India?
East.
It is.
Is it
Yes.
India?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
I
the
thought,
rupee.
I thought those were rubles.
There's also
The
rubles.
rubles are something different too, I think.
Gotcha.
I'm sorry,
Russian,
say
I
what?
believe.
So Zelda is in the Middle East. That's where it's based.
Reckless
Yeah.
Ducats. You're right. Developed and published by Atari.
Yeah, I'm pretty good.
Pretty.
I'm pretty good. I honestly have zero fucking idea what any of the cryptocurrency stuff, like, I don't know why you would buy it. I don't know how it's used. They don't really have, it's not like they have like their free-to-play games list. These are going to work with, like, I have absolutely no idea. Atari has been a weird company for a lot of years now and has been up to some nefarious shit. So maybe invest your crypto coin, your crypto budget somewhere else.
It's just such a weird, like, even the quote where it's like, we have cryptocurrency, we had 30 million of losses and now and 35 million of debt. Today, no more debt.
I know. It's like you'd
It's like
see this in a
he's-
documentary of like the crypto scam,
Yeah.
and it's a picture of someone throwing their arms up and that quote across the screen. Of just,
Exactly.
no more debt.
Yeah.
Yeah, their stock prices soared, so they,
Yeah.
I guess,
It's like a briefcase
Yeah,
of Monopoly
like,
money
I-
and be like, this briefcase says that we don't have debt.
exactly. That is actually all it is.
I know.
It's the fucking craziest shit.
Wasn't the character you played in Destroy All Humans named Crypto?
Could have been.
I'm pretty sure it was. Or his boss was. Or there was somebody named
Yeah,
Crypto.
probably. Okay, I believe that.
That's
Or
a great
like
game.
somebody in Oddworld named Crypto or something.
Sure.
Money.
Let's read some emails. What do you say? Let's read an email. Sparrowhawk wrote in on the subreddit r/talkingreckless. If he so chose, he could have went to podcast at talkingreckless.com. Well, you don't go there. You send the electronic mails there. Right on the envelope. Podcast at talkingreckless.com. He says, I remember the New Year's show used to award more categories, like most disappointing game. I don't know if we did that. Did you make this change? Did we?
Years and years
Okay.
ago.
Did you make this change just due to how long it would take?
Yes.
Also, what games, art, style, graphics did you like the most last year? So I'm gonna sort of. This is our chance to do. We're not gonna hash out an ordered 5 list.
Okay.
But this is our chance
I
to
got
do.
all night.
Yeah.
Take long.
This is our chance to do like
you
most disappointing game or like kind of best.
Are you gonna?
best,
Do you have
best
some
graphics
categories?
technical? Let's do most disappointing
Okay.
because you brought that up. Let's do
Mass Effect.
best
Absolutely, hands down.
style or whatever this best looking one he brought up was. Okay, I'll go behind Mass Effect. Yeah, done, easy.
WWE.
Yeah.
Okay, you know you're right. All right, we're gonna have to think about this.
It's if I
It would
No.
probably be
if
Mass
I were-
Effect if I liked
Yeah,
that game and cared about it.
disappointing. I'm
Yeah.
like,
Right.
what did I expect
Yes.
and what did I get?
The
It's gotta
fall
be.
from 3 to this in Mass Effect is insane. Whereas it was a pretty lateral fall or continued fall for WWE.
Maintain the
Plummet.
status
Getting
quo.
worse. And every time, oh, it's gonna be better this year.
This is it,
You're
boys.
right, it is gonna. No,
Yeah.
no, shit, pure shit.
I had fun on the
It's
extra
fun.
life night.
It's fun to play when you're just fucking around with people.
Yeah, because we like.
But
set
you could
stuff
go
up
pick
and
Here Comes the Pain from 2003, and it's still going to be fun to play with people that way. So,
those old
And it's got a better
SmackDown games
story
were
mode.
very fun.
yeah, way better.
We did cut the categories, by the way, just as a function of time. Because we have so many people on the show now.
Yeah.
And like that thing still took us 8 hours just to do
I
top
was a little
5.
disappointed. A little disappointed it took us that long.
Yeah?
So I remember everyone talking about how much fun, and Oliver's falling asleep with the lav mic on after you guys wrapped up last time.
The whole time going into that show, I was saying I think there are some people here that will quit the show after this. Like we will not be friends with some people at the end of this.
I think you guys. Again, it's either previous show or your guys' show, but yeah, like you mentioned how you were looking forward to like the after party kind of thing, and I'm like, but we finished at like fucking 4 o'clock.
No,
in the
it was
morning.
too late.
Like,
No,
Yeah.
totally.
Shit.
Yeah,
And we started later than we've ever started.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's
that
right.
too.
Yeah. Best, what do you like for... I'll say best looking, but that doesn't mean like most pixels. That means, it's the whole package. I think Zelda Breath of the Wild has a stellar art style.
I think.
And
Horizon
Super Mario
Zero
Odyssey
Dawn.
is the best looking game of the year.
I could get behind Mario way before I get behind Zelda.
Yeah.
For best.
I like
game.
what they did with Zelda.
I
Like the
thought it-
Gorons and
I
like
thought
I like
it
their
looked like
take
what.
on all those.
Yeah, I thought they achieved what they were going for. It just didn't do anything for me. Where I was like, this almost looks like a worse looking game than some Zelda games I've played.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
they couldn't
okay.
give enough attention to detail because they had to put so much
Yeah,
into it.
it's very self-shaded.
Yeah, I could maybe get. Oh, well, I really like Cuphead too.
I was gonna say
Cuphead.
Cuphead
Yeah.
is a
Cuphead's
really
my
good
jam.
looking game.
I could be talked around on that also.
Yeah.
I'd give it up to Cuphead. And,
Yep.
In order to like shorten this conversation, but
Just
I want to
This is
have
easy when we're all sober.
Yeah.
yeah. I want to have an honorable mention for what's that fucking game I played?
Oh yeah, that one you love so much that you can't even honorable mention
back and
to.
forth.
Wonder Boy.
That's the flip back and forth one. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
What are the categories? Music.
Yeah, best soundtrack.
That's not something.
That's usually one. I would have to. I'm not prepared to answer best
I imagine
soundtrack. I'd have
Cuphead
to
has
do
a
my
cool-
research.
Unique
Yeah,
soundtrack?
Cuphead
Yeah,
was
King-
really good for that too.
Mr. King Dice song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Wolfenstein had some really dope music.
Actually, yeah, the menu music to Wolfenstein
Yeah,
is
Alone
maybe
was probably the best song.
It's like the only single piece of music I can pull out of last year.
The music they're playing when he's doing the like shots of whiskey with the guy.
Oh, yeah.
is really really good. The music that
Fuck,
plays
that game is so
the
good.
music that plays when he fucking tears off on the motorbike when the town's going
Yeah.
to shit behind him is really good. Yeah, I'd have to go
very,
with
very good.
Wolfenstein. Mario Odyssey also has really good music. But it is
Again,
a lot of music that you've heard before.
I really like the style, like the super subtle score in Zelda. Again, also, it's very very different. It's like
I
an
can't
odd like
remember
it's
it
like
at
an
all.
odd like piano tinkle here or there. It's it is basically no score until it's like very subtly around the edges. You're like, oh yeah, there is music actually. It's good stuff.
And of course Mass Effect for that theme that was playing before I started playing the game.
Did they use the?
I think so. Yeah,
What a fucking cock tease.
I'm pretty sure they did. Yeah.
They just set it all up for you.
Because I remember before I even had the option to move my character, there was like 3 or 4 moments where I got like chills and goosebumps. And then I was like, oh, baby, it's time. And then they gave me the the
And then
control. And I was like, oh, this is
And
very
then I
good.
saw
Rider
that, then I
looked
saw
like
that
a-
character creator.
Yeah.
And I was like, ah.
Destiny was pretty good music.
Yep, Destiny.
For the
Destiny
moments.
was good music. Yep.
Yeah.
Going
Yeah,
up
all-
against the big boss at the end of the raid.
Yeah, and the campaign boss too was really good.
Yep.
The sun's fucking
Yeah.
going off in the background and the music hits.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
like best sequence would be a category we could do. Like best.
That's something from Wolfenstein.
Yeah. That sun thing was cool. That's what made me think of it. That fucking sun hiding behind the parts of the ship so the sun doesn't roast you in Destiny.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
We could do lots of things. We might have a
we got
winner.
a winner.
We might have a winner.
Man won a
Do
car.
have a winner.
Man won a car.
Fantastic.
Just a simple coffee, guys,
Oliver
and that's the
rolled
best I can
up
ask for.
the rim of his coffee cup and won another coffee. No, you can get free coffee for a year.
Can you?
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Or I mean, the
don't.
fucking SUV would
Or a
probably be
car.
the best prize. you could ask for.
But I mean, you never.
One coffee. Somebody
coffee-
somebody
He
wins
rolled
them.
up the
Somebody
rim.
does. It's never anybody I know.
He rolled up the rim and it just said Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Just threw it away. Podcast, talkingreckless.com is the email address, or drop on the subreddit r/talkingreckless. Check out our brother show. That's Warren and Brando and Stupid Scotty Ferretface
Yep.
over at
But Big
satpod.podbean.com.
Bad.
And Big Bad Boris.
Yeah, he hasn't been around.
I
lately.
forget.
Oh yeah.
No,
I was just say
He's going to school
too
now.
busy doing the Nate thing.
he's on so
Give
rarely
me,
that
before we sign off, give me a quick wrestling update, you three.
Elimination Chamber's coming up, so the whole month leading up to that has been qualifying matches to get in, and matches to decide who goes in first, and matches to decide who gets to go in last.
Yeah.
And this is the first 7-man Elimination Chamber
How many-
ever in the
was
history.
there
There's always
five
6.
before?
Always
wait,
6.
what? It's
6.
7 people?
Yeah.
When did
You watch Raw
So-
last week?
I think so? Was Raw the
The ending
giant?
of Raw?
Was Raw the giant guitar? The bass? Yeah, I
No,
told
Oh,
you.
I
ending
saw
of
that.
it?
Maybe not.
They had the second chance with all the guys that lost their qualifying matches to be in the elimination chamber.
Oh, and
And
they
Seth
won. They
Rollins?
both got count. Yeah, I did see
They're
that.
both
Yeah,
in.
so the
Yeah,
whole thing.
great.
So there's going to be 3 guys start the match, and then 4 pods that will open every
then
5 minutes, I think.
Braun
Which
is
has been
gonna
interesting.
Rip the arm off one of them, and that'll be the end.
Braun
Yeah,
will come
he's
in
gonna do
when-
something.
Yeah, Braun will come in whenever he wants. Yeah.
Oh, what if he busts out of his cage early?
Yeah.
Like one arm to the glass to like grab somebody like
Yeah.
a horror movie.
He's so good.
Yeah.
He is great.
He's
He's
so
one of the best
fucking
things
good.
going.
But they've been in scramble mode because there's been 2 significant injuries to 2 guys, which is why Seth Rollins is in that match now because they thought he had a bad back injury, and then it turns out it's not as bad as we thought it was. So we're gonna put him in this match now.
Oh, weird.
But his
Who's-
tag partner had neck surgery, so then they had to drop the tag titles.
That's
and-
real?
Yeah.
That's right.
Oh,
Dean?
No.
Jason.
He is
Jordan.
also hurt.
Yes.
But he's hurt.
We're getting there. It's almost
Yeah.
WrestleMania time.
Yeah.
It's gonna get really good, and then it's gonna suck.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll just get really good. Stay really
Nope.
good.
It's never happened.
Never has yet.
No.
But
Stays
I
good
guess
for about the
we'll
first
see.
month after.
Also, they're talking about making
Yeah.
all pay-per-views 4 hours now, so that's just
yeah.
swell.
Wow. That's
More
I was
content.
gonna say that's the answer to their problems.
It'll probably equate to less content. But
Just a longer
How?
time
Because
to
they're-
watch less
because they're
content.
dropping some of the shows. They're
No,
not-
they have not said that.
I think if they're doing brand exclusive pay-per-views, I bet you they don't do.
They're not doing brand exclusive.
Or,
They're moving
if,
away from
yeah,
it.
if they're doing combined pay-per-views, then I
Sure.
don't think they'll be doing 2 pay-per-views in a month.
Just as of now, they have not announced that.
Right.
That it's only been saying that they want to add more and not be exclusive
That is too much
to the
wrestling.
brands.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Too much
I
wrestling.
am at the point, honestly, where I almost never watch SmackDown.
Here, here.
I watch Raw
It's 3
half
hours.
the time.
It's still 3 hours a week.
I
Yeah,
live
no
for the
slouch.
pay-per-view weekends.
Yeah.
They're Sunday nights, which is my Friday nights. That's when my work weekends. I go home, I get drunk, I watch the pay-per-view. It's always way better in my head than it probably is in real life because I'm drinking.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then it's like just like limping through the weekly television to the next one.
Hope that you catch hopefully Braun breaks something bigger than he has in the past, because
Yep.
that seems to be his trajectory.
He's like Goku.
He
He's just
is like
looking-
Goku. He's the best. He's better than Goku. He's
He's just-
smarter than Goku. Oh, man. Podcast, talkingreckless.com. Email address. Brando.
Aha.
Thanks for being here, brother.
You got it.
Warren Barris.
3 weeks in a row.
That is 3 weeks. Let's make it 4. Let's make it 4.
Getting greedy.
Warren Barris.
Pleasure.
Happy
as
birthday
always.
again, my friend.
Thank you.
Thanks for making her. Oliver,
I will not be here next week.
Why?
we are still not on
I'm going
speaking terms
Snowboarding.
because you hate Zelda.
That's okay, man.
You filibustered Zelda, and now I'm gonna filibuster your life,
Metal
our
Gear
friendship.
Survive.
Yeah, I played a bit of that. I
Don't
did.
worry about it.
Mom always said, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. So I didn't.
So, the Recolution weekend.
Yeah, exactly. We'll see you here next week. It's gonna be episode 214 of the Talking Reckless podcast. See you then.
Triple H taking control of 205 Live. Is that not interesting?
Yeah, that's cool. But I just don't have time for even a good.
Like, I
extra
feel like
hour
that's
of
going to be
wrestling.
super cool. For whatever reason, I was like, these guys are cool.
NXT is the best thing on WWE right now, and that's Triple H's baby. So
Yeah.
Thanks for watching, everybody. For hanging out.
Goodbye.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn this thing off. I am fucking beat.
Me too.
Yeah.
I gotta try to
cram in some
fucking
more episodes of Dragon Ball.
cram in exactly. With hunt
I
some
only have 3 more dubbed ones left.
Rathaloses. I think I only have like 4 or 5. I just got beat, so I'm right behind you.
You
Spoilers.
probably got 7.
Everyone gets beat. Everyone who's not Goku gets beat.
That's not true.
That's not your.
You don't know that.
You're right.
We do know that. Goku
You
lost a
don't.
fight.
You don't know that.
Matt
He
is
might
wrong.
die sometime.
Oh, that doesn't matter. He's died several times.
Yeah. See you guys.
Bye.